All right. Welcome to the Veteran Metals Show.
What's up, everybody?
I'm John, military war veteran and precious metals collector.
And I am Robbie, Director of Operations for Monster Coin Shop in Swannanoa, North Carolina.
And we're going to roll right into it.
Right into the product review?
Right into the product review.
All right, we've got a special product review going for today. We're going to review the Sigma Metalytics. This is the model SM1501. This is one of the things that we use in the shop, one of the things to check the authenticity of the precious metals, to make sure they're real. This thing, I graded a C+. It's pretty good, but it's just a tool. It is not a magical device that is an ultimate authority on which metals are good and which metals aren't. I have seen it test pure copper as silver, and the reason it does that is because it checks the resistivity of the metals. So copper's very similar to silver in resistivity, so it will read that copper is good, just like it'll tell you silver's good. I've seen it struggle to authenticate other, like 90% silver that I know is good. It comes with these little probes that plug into it, and you can put it on whatever you're testing. That can be really helpful for sterling jewelry. Overall, I'm glad I have one. The 1 ounce fake gold bars that are getting made somewhere are very good these days. The cards look awesome. The bars look, I mean, it's hard to tell. It's hard, even holding both of them side by side, it's hard to tell. So I'm glad to have a Sigma Metalytics. They do make a higher tech version, I guess, that gives you a little bit more breakdown of what is in the metal itself that you're testing. But you know, this keeps me out of trouble a lot of the time. So glad to have one. But then again, you know, it's I still use the scale. I still use the calipers. And you know, if I'm really unsure, we'll drill a hole in it. So that's that on the Sigma.
All right, thanks for sharing that. So those are about, I looked them up earlier today. Those are about $1,000. It's pretty pricey, but I mean, it's a lot more pricey to go around and buy a bunch of fake metal too.
That's it. That's it. It saves you one. It saves you on 1 ounce of gold, and it paid for itself.
All right, fact of the week. One lesser known fact about precious metals is that gold is in our bodies. On average, there's about 0.2 milligrams of gold in our bodies right now. And that apparently helps with your joints, but more importantly, it helps with the electricity, the electrical signals in your body, you know, from your brain to your hand and things like that. So it's pretty interesting. I never knew that until today. I had to find a good fact first, and I was like, what?
We did the math. That's about 1 cent of gold in melt value. 0.2 milligrams is about 1 cent of gold.
There you have it. That is the fact of the week. We all have a little bit of gold in us. All right, weekly news. Silver news. The U.S. Mint's American Silver Eagle sales have doubled in Q3. And that's as compared to Australia's Perth Mint, which saw a decline of 46%. So American Eagles doubled, Australian Perth Mint down by 50%.
I'm going to say, I mean, the premiums on the Silver Eagles, I like where they're at. We're selling a lot more here through the shop now that the premiums are back into what I consider to be a reasonable area. So it does not surprise me that once the premiums kind of came back into line with something reasonable, that the sales blew up.
Yeah, I'm kind of feeling like I'm missing out on this stuff here. I spent all my money in court last month, and I haven't been buying in a while. It's time to get back in.
And we saw that the year-to-date sales on precious metals are 39% higher than they were in 2022. So,
which is, that's saying a lot considering the state of our world right now.
So yeah.
Gold news. Robbie, you want to handle gold news?
Yeah, so gold news, despite rising treasury yields and signs of the Fed tightening the monetary policy, raising interest rates and things like that, gold remains strong. So when the Fed raises the interest rates, what that's supposed to do is strengthen the U.S. dollar, and when the U.S. dollar is stronger, gold tends to be it takes less dollars to buy the gold. So you look on Kitco, you see gold is up, really the dollar's down, and vice versa. Gold is down, well, really the dollar's up. The precious metals don't ever change. So gold is holding strong. It's been trying to get back to that 2000 mark. It's been really pushing here over the last couple days, and so it's kind of holding its ground right here above 1950. We attribute that, to the tensions over there in the Middle East for sure. A lot of instability there is gonna help it. But still, even with the Fed tightening its monetary policy, gold seems to be still standing solid.
Very cool. And here's a little platinum news for you guys, and I think this one's pretty interesting. So South Africa is the world's largest producer of platinum by a long shot. Dang, I was going to have that chart pulled up for you, and I forgot to do it. But it's a long shot. It's like more than triple. Like the guy in second place is Russia. So anyways, due to weak platinum prices and the market volatility, a major South African company postponed its project in 2025. The project was set to contribute nearly 15% of Zimbabwe's platinum supply. Despite delays, Zimbabwe's platinum production is on the rise, thanks to Ziplat's new concentrator, which I looked up. It's just a new way of them extracting platinum from the elements. They can do it quicker now. So they're expecting to be up 3% this year. So even though they're not opening the next mine up, they're still planning on being up. And I apologize for chopping that up for you guys.
Yeah, and I mean the thing to keep in mind about platinum, I don't track that market very closely. We do sell it here at Monster Coin, fairly regularly, honestly, and there are people who watch that market really, really closely. But it's primarily an industrial use metal. If industry figured out how to get by without platinum, I think the price would go way, way down. And just from what John was just talking about, the upping of the production, that indicates to me that it should be more obtainable here in the future. So
yeah, and I just read an article this morning about China. I forget the percentage, maybe like 5-10%, which is a lot. Speaking of China, but they're planning on adding a lot more new cars to their economy this year, which means a lot more platinum going into circulation. So there you have it. Robbie, what's going on in the shop this week?
I got a cool product to show you guys. So it's the Year of the Rabbit. We're currently still in the Year of the Rabbit. I think the Chinese New Year ends on February 12th or something like that. But this is a pretty sweet piece. Johnny will hold that up to the camera for me. So this is a 2-ounce pure silver rabbit mask. I don't know if you guys have seen Donnie Darko. It reminds me of the Donnie Darko rabbit, but it's 2 ounces. It's pure silver. It's $90. It looks awesome. It's got like a shattered texture to it. It's super cool when you like roll it around in the light. So Year of the Rabbit, 2 ounce. I've got a couple of them left. If it's something you want, or somebody born in the Year of the Rabbit, you know how to get in touch with me. monstercoinshop@gmail.com. But yeah, thanks for looking.
All right, now we're going to roll into the questions. So as usual, we're going to answer 2 questions from last week. That's going to give you guys time to enter your questions in the comments, which looks like John already gave us a good one. And all right, Robbie, let's go ahead and let you start with question number 1.
One of the questions that I get very often in the shop, multiple times a week, is somebody asks me, why should I buy sovereign minted silver over generic silver? So why should I buy a Canadian silver maple leaf or a U.S. silver eagle over a silver buffalo round or a silver bar or something like that. And compositionally, it's the exact same purity, it's the exact same weight. In terms of the metal you're buying, you're getting the exact same thing. So my answer is typically that if you see yourself ever being outside of America, it's going to probably be more beneficial to you to have a coin that has the queen on it if you're trying to sell it somewhere else around the globe, than it would be to have a generic silver buffalo round that was made domestically here at a private mint in America. But compositionally, it's the exact same thing. The generic is a little bit less money, but that would be the main reason to choose sovereign over generic would just be the overall recognizability of the pieces around the world.
Very cool. Thank you. That's a question a lot of us have when we first get started. Which one do I buy? And they both have their, like you just said, they both have their benefits. But anyways, I accidentally erased my question, but I have my answer still. And the question was something like, which nation? Oh, here we go. Out there. Do you know which culture held this fascinating belief? Okay, they were asking who refers to gold as the sweat of the sun? And the answer to that question is the Incas. The Incas from South America, they believed gold to be the sweat of the sun and silver to be the tears of the moon, which is awesome. This reverence towards gold played a significant role in their rituals, art, and even architecture. So that's pretty cool. I'm going to start referring to my silver as the tears of the moon from now on. And now, let's get into I almost skipped right over John's question. John asked, is there anywhere you know of that someone should avoid that is known to sell fake gold, silver products? I would assume it shows up on eBay.
That's a good question. That's a good question. Off the top of my head, I don't have any names on that. But it's not a bad idea to warn people. It's hard to say because when we see material here in the shop, um, that is not real, it's hard to trace it back. A lot of times, it's hard. You can't. It's tough to verify where it actually came from. But if we did have hard evidence, I mean, warning the other stackers would be probably our duty to do that.
I know I was looking for copper on Alibaba and I found a bunch of fake gold makers, coin makers. I mean, they must have been using $50,000 worth of equipment, like high tech coin minting equipment to make fakes, and they were showing right in the previews how it was actually made of tungsten, but how it was passing this test, and it was frightening. So
As far as eBay goes, you don't hear a lot about people having problems buying fake stuff on eBay. I don't. I don't hurt. I mean, eBay's come a long, long, long way since 1999 in terms of making sure that everything's legit.
but yeah, I mean, I guess really it can happen anywhere. Well, it wasn't really a fake, but I walked into a coin shop in New York City and the guy had a coin surrounded by all silver coins that I recognized. So I didn't ask if it was silver. It looked like silver. I just bought it. And then I went home and found out there was zero silver in there.
If you're buying precious metals on eBay, it's important to look at the full picture, right? So if you're buying from AppMex on eBay or someone like that, some major company that everybody knows about, you're gonna be fine. If somebody has 30,000 eBay feedback and most of it's positive, it's probably all right. If you're buying from somebody who has 4 eBay feedback and 3 sales, or 10 sales or whatever, then you might want to think twice.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with my 10 sales on eBay. I think I'm up to 16 now. We had another question here. Do you see more fakes that are coins or bars? I assume it's bars because they're easier to fake, but you can get more money out of faking the coin, right?
I I see fake silver eagles, right? And those are usually obvious. They grab right onto a magnet. They just clink right onto a magnet. Um, the bars, you see a lot of fake Morgan dollars. Okay, so it's hard to say. Um, it's hard to say what somebody's intention was when they created that material. I've seen fake Morgan dollars and trade dollars that would be worth a lot of money if they were real. I've seen common ones that grab a magnet and don't weigh right and stuff like that. So I think the most of the time it's I haven't seen a lot of fake bars. No.
Sometimes I just sit there and wonder about how many people are holding on to fakes and they don't even know it. Just sitting in that safe for 20 years, hoping that they're going to pull it out and retire, and then
Fake silver bars here and there, but not often. Fake gold bars definitely. I mean the 1 ounce gold bar and card is probably the most faked metals product.
All right, guys. Oh, I almost forgot the giveaway again. I'm gonna try.
Oh, we're doing a giveaway?
Yeah, we're gonna do.
Oh,
We're
sweet,
gonna do a
dude.
quick giveaway.
I didn't know that.
It's not gonna be. It's not gonna be quite as cool as last week, but it's gonna be something.
Is that what we're giving? That's sweet, dude.
And next week is gonna be the big giveaway winner. But here we go. I got a Wall Street Bets 1 ounce copper round for today's winner.
It's got that shattered look, kind of like the rabbit did. Those are the guys who caused the GameStop debacle. It's a while back now, but
yeah. And I'll pay the shipping. I'll do whatever it takes to get this to you. So here's what's going on. I'm going to show you guys an image of a metal element, and the first person to get it right is the winner. All you got to do is type the name of the element into the comments. And if nobody gets it within 30 seconds, we'll go ahead and pick a number between 1 and 10 to wrap it up. Because I have a feeling it might end up like that. All right, here we go. Get ready. The first person to enter the name of this element in the comments will be this week's giveaway winner. Boom. Go ahead. What are you guys looking at?
I have no idea what that is.
It's right there.
Anybody? That's an element. That's like.
Yep. I'll give you a hint. I don't see any comments rolling in yet. So here's the hint. It is the densest of all the elements.
Looks pretty cool.
Nope, not rhodium.
Fool's gold. That would have been my guess. Days of Silver. Fool's gold.
No fool's gold. I'll give it about another 10 seconds. Come on, guys. The heaviest element.
It's a crystal.
Well, I should say densest.
Not iron.
Not iron.
Oh.
Sorry, Rebel Dragon. It's something that I've never heard of until today. I wanted to find something
something
good.
that nobody has heard of ever
And
before.
I'll explain it to you. All right. I'll give it 5. I'm going to count down 5 seconds. If I don't see the name, we'll do a 1 through 10. 5, 4. That's it.
Oh, boom.
Woo!
Boom.
365 came in first place. There it is. Osmium, a shiny silver metal that resists corrosion. It's the densest of all elements and is twice as dense as lead. Osmium has only a few uses, and it's used to produce alloy and the fountain pen. Yeah, so I looked this up earlier. Apparently, it's really dense and it's very strong. The downside is it's very brittle, so they use it with in platinum production, stuff like that. So there you go. And apparently, it's one of the rarest elements on Earth, but it's pretty common in space. So they're waiting until we can start mining space to get more use out of it. But, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the Veteran Metals Live show. I hope you all enjoyed yourselves. Leave us some questions in the comments. We'll get to them next week, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you for tuning in with us. We appreciate you.
Oh, yeah, and let me know what you think of that new opener. I'll play it one more time on the way out. I think this thing is cool. See you guys later. Metal or die.